Alright, so today we are going to be talking about the only person in the furry fandom that has actively painted a target on his back by returning, only for it to fuel his narcissistic need for views and validation, and while simultaneously dragging two prominent figures in the community down with him. It's Kero the Wolf. Now, I know, the last time I covered him on a video, I have explicitly said that I'll be avoiding this entire Kero drama thing like the plague, but I changed my mind. Why? Because this is a topic that needs to be talked about, and after finding out how big of a narcissist he is, I have decided to forget my last statement on this issue and dip my proverbial toes into the cesspool of zoophilia, denial, and overall sadness and hatred. Alright, first off, let's talk about his most recent post on Twitter. This isn't give up, this is letting go. I will always be in the fandom in one form or another, so may we meet again. Thank you at Tall Fuzzball and at Beta Edadalota for promoting my videos. First thing to tick off this list, the grammar in the first sentence. Call me out for nitpicking, I don't really care. Shouldn't it be this isn't giving up? Far be it for me to be a grammar Nazi, but Kero, you gotta at least structure your tweets just a little bit better, you know? Just some constructive criticism from me, yeah? This is the nicest I can be for you. Tick number 2. I will always be in the fandom, one form or another. You know, Kero, for someone with your kind of reputation, and for you to say those words, that oddly sounds threatening. Why? Because it implies that you will be back in a different form, or in this case, a new persona. Furries can make as many personas as they want without virtually showing their faces. So, what does this all mean? Well, Kero could effectively build a new persona for himself, make a new entire face to show the community, basically leaving all of the accusations, all of the drama, and all of the hateful comments behind. Now, that's not a necessarily bad thing to want, but with the kind of reputation that Kero has, he can't simply leave it all behind. Something that monumentally big couldn't be left behind in the past. People will remember. People will always remember. It's not as easy as a snake shedding its skin and move on to create an entirely new coat. Now, I'm not saying that Kero can't move on from all of this, okay? But what I want for him is to remember. He is allowed to move on, I'm not gonna get in his way, but that dark cloud that he casted upon himself will always be there, and he should always acknowledge that it's still, in fact, there. He can hide behind thousands of new faces, but that cloud will always know who he is. Last tick, and this is the part where you truly pissed me off, Kero. Thank you at Tall Fuzzball and at Beta Edadalota for promoting my videos. I think everyone and their cat personas will agree that Beta and Majira have never promoted your videos. You'd like to think that way, you know? But we all know what this all means. This little video that you did announcing that you are now allegedly moving on, but not leaving. You bragged about gaining 100k views with a recent video that you did. And you thanked Majira and Beta because you think they promoted you. But in reality, they have been doing everything they can to distance themselves from you. Mentioning those two was not a thank you to them, but a huge middle finger directed towards them. And to call their efforts as promotion for your channel? That's awesome, right? Bad publicity is still good publicity, am I right? That is completely BS, Kero. Majira and Beta did not promote any of your videos. And that publicity, that 100k goal that you're bragging about, the majority of those views are people who hate you, who believe that you have done very bad and disgraceful things. And those same people will now go on and spread the word of who you are and how you're not a very good person. I think it was Charlie of Moist Critical that said bad publicity is what destroys careers. And I completely agree. Although in your case, Kero, your career is as tarnished as an unclean gas station urinal. It doesn't matter how much you try to clean your reputation, there is always going to be stains left behind it. I was completely fine with just watching this entire thing and let it all run its course, as drama within this fandom tends to go away rather quickly. But the moment you drag two people with you, who wants nothing to do with you, spreading lies about how they promoted you, That's where I had to jump in and say something. I don't know Majira or Beta personally, but what I want to let everyone know is that I do not like narcissists. I don't like it when someone uses other people to gain something beneficial. Kero, in my opinion, you are allowed to at least try to move on. You are allowed to make a new face for yourself in this fandom. But, just like I said earlier, the dark cloud that you casted upon yourself will always be with you. It will always be a reminder of who you are, what you did, and what you left behind. And it doesn't matter how many new faces you make, how many of them you try to hide behind, that cloud will always know who you are. Just like how the majority of your 100k views that you're so proud of will always know who you are, and every single one of them will remember what you did. My fellow degenerates, we shall end this video here. I know that this isn't my usual shtick. You guys know me as the bear who laughs at Reddit memes all the time, and I rarely get to do serious stuff like this, but I can assure you, we will be back to our usual program tomorrow. This has been your fellow degenerate Cook Boss 88, signing off.